Hi lads, in this video I'm going to go through 2017 higher level question 5 on transformation geometry. It tells us the figure shows the logo for a garage. The logo is subject to transformations in the following order: central symmetry from P to P1, axial symmetry from P1 to P2, translation from P2 to P3, and then rotation about point O until point P3 reaches the line OL. Part A then tells us draw the given figure. Part B, determine the image of the logo under each of the above transformations. So basically following that order there. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the question set up, and I'm going to keep it to the left hand side and down slightly, because you can see with the question P1 is slightly above P. So I've lowered the room then the page. So I'm going to start mine roughly about, say about here for point P. So we're told then it's a diameter of 56 for the larger circle. So we've got 56 to there. And the half of that then is going to be 28. And then I can draw my circle, and it's only part of the actual circle that's going to be heavy. The actual wrench part is going to be sticking out. So then we're going to have a radius 40 taken then from the centre, and we're going to swing an arc just there like that, just for now. And we're told then that the width of that is going to be 32 in total, so we're going to go 16 each side. So we're going to take that from the centre there and go up 16 there, and then down 16 there. It's going to be 32, and take that across to where it hits it. So what we have now is that section there, and that section there. So we're told then where this line comes across and hits my centre line, I connect that back to P, and then I can use that line and go perpendicular through my centre to get that section there. And the same idea below, where these lines cross, I draw that there, and that gives me the open section there. And now what I can do is I can draw in the radius of my circle in heavy between these 2 points there, and between these 2 points below there. Oh, it's actually heavy the rest of the way around as well. So it's just like that there with that part left open. So for P1 then we go across 80 mil from P. And then P1 is up a total of 20 then. So this is going to be P1 here. We're told then this is going through central symmetry. So everything's going to be going through a centre point. So the first thing we do is connect P to P1. Bisect that line to give us that centre point for central symmetry. So I remember C for centre, C for central. There's our centre point. And what we can do now is start plotting the rest of our points. So for example, the centre of that circle there, we take the distance from the centre to the point, swing it across. What I'll do is I'll draw my circle now here. So there's my circle drawn in, and the next point I can take excuse me then, so I can join P1 actually to there, and that line is basically this line here running through. I can now connect this point here, the back, where I'm going to have my radius 20, extend that out there, take that distance, mark it through, So that's going to be, just check it to make sure I get it right there. It's on this line here, so that's that point. And I can now swing my center like that there. And there where the arc hits it, gives me that point there. That point there. And now what I have as a result is the arc that runs between the two, and they go parallel back. So I have now that line there and that line there. My circle drawn in, and now I need to determine that section there. So where that hits the circle, cuts through the circle there, and this point, that's through there, and just mark it like that so I can see which line I'm doing. Take this distance to my centre, step it across. These two can connect together. That's going to pass through my centre there, and then where it stops is where this point hits it there. So basically that distance there is the same there. I'm going to mark it again, and then that connects to P as well. Basically, if you see here anyway, it's going to be parallel. So I just at this point we'll go to the far side. Just one sec. I connect these two together because this point can go to the opposite side in the circle. You'll see now in a sec. That point extends through to that point there in the circle, so just showing that distance there. So that distance from there to there gives me that distance there, and they're perpendicular there. Now I can draw in the rest of the circle in heavy up to them points. And that's central symmetry now done. So I'll just use a bit of colour just to show you there how I got some of my points. So for example, the one I was just doing there, that distance there in green, same as that distance there in green as well, and it passed through the centre. Next one, P1 to P2, that is going to be down 75 and then 45. So I'll just go drop down from P. Sorry, from P I can drop that down there. So I can drop that down 75 and then a further 45. So 75 drops down to there, 45 drops down to there. I'm told that that goes across then 20 mil. And that gives me point P2. So P1 to P2 is going to be axial symmetry. So we connect the two first. We bisect our line to find the axis. So the distance greater than halfway. Swing an arc each side. And then our axis I can take like that there, should be long enough. And what we're going to do is take all of our lines parallel to P1, P2. So for example our centre one first, so one parallel there, or basically perpendicular to our axis. And we step across our own unique distances. So distance from there to there, steps out to there. And just extend it on to see exactly where it hits. That point there. I can now draw my circle. Next point I can take will be either this one or this one. Doesn't really make a difference. So let's take the bottom one first. Slide it down. Slightly off there. I give you that point there, and then I'm going to take extend that a bit further. That point there. Drop that down. And just because it's passing through both, check and make sure which one I should be hitting. So take that distance on your compass, swing it around, and you'll see that it's on the bottom one there. Then I can take this point out here, extend that down, take the distance on my compass, swing around the far side, and that joins through. You see there, P1, the centre and that all line up together, P2, the centre and this all line up together. And then these lines then, these points here, they go parallel, that'll go out there, that'll go out there. And then I can take this distance on my compass and swing my arc like that there, between the two. Like that there. And then the next thing to do is actually pick the rest of them points there. So my first point I'm going to take is this one here. Take that distance there. You'll see the cross over this one, the bottom, so I know that's where that point is. Then I can take take down this one here, see where the two connect. Take this distance on my compass, swing it down there, so I'm going to get that line there. You see the pass through, making it perpendicular. And then my last point then, it's going to be this one here. And where that hits my perpendicular line, that'll connect back out there, giving me the opening there. And then just drawing heavy the rest of the circle there, leaving that bit open once again. And the next part, P2 to P3, is going to be translation. So to go from P2 to P3, from P1 it tells me that I can go across a further 60 mil. So 60 will take that to there. Take that straight down, and it's in line with the 75 which was marked here. That across, and there is P3. So translation, all points go the same direction, they all go the same distance. So I'm going at this angle here, I'm going to be taking the distance from there to there. So my centre first, and take that. What I can do is just take a few more of these as well. I'll take the distance from P2 to P3, swing it from there to give me my centre. That'll give me 1 point, another point, and then this point here. And remembering, these three line up, so these three are going to line up again as well. Just take the radius of my circle, and you see they pass through these 2 points here. It'll also pass through point 3 there as well. Take them around the rest of the way. That gives me a circle there. And then I can also draw my arc here and take these points back to meet it. Now like that arc there. And the last few points, I just need this one here, this one here, and this one. This translation is on the front there. It's going to be on the front here. So once again, take the distance from P2 to P3, swing that to there, and this one to here, and they'll meet up and give you your perpendicular line there as well. And then just draw in your circle in heavy up to where it's supposed to go. So just like that there. To show in colour, I didn't actually show for the other one for axial, so I'll show that too. So for example, the distance from here to here, that's the same as from P2 to P3, and everything goes in that direction as well. They're all going parallel. For this one we have the axis there, so if I show this point here, the distance there is the exact same as here. Show they're not all the same, I'll just use yellow to show another one. That's this distance from there to there is the exact same as there to there, and remembering always to draw them perpendicular to your axis. So the last one, it tells me rotation about point O until point P3 reaches the line OL. So P3 up till it's level with P there, so there's O. So I'm rotating around until it's level with this line here, OL, so I'll just draw a line out there, and that line there is OL, and I'm rotating P3 around until it hits that. So there's my centre of rotation, there's P3, rotates around, and I'll just call that P4. So there's where I'm rotating it around to. So basically it's going to be a 90-degree angle. You can see there it's a straight line up, straight line across, a nice easy one. So for the centre, rotate that around. And what you're doing is you're going to join them two together. The same idea. You're going to take that perpendicular as well, because the angle is set to 90. And there's your centre. What I can do is this radius here the exact same here. I can swing my circle now. And my next point I'm going to take this one here. So you can see that they actually line up. So what I can do is I can rotate that around and just extend the line out. See there, it's rotating around, it's touching off the circle, and it touches off this point here. So just so I don't get confused, I'm going to call that A there. Sorry, this point A, this point B, this point C. Just leave that out. So I'm going to rotate an A around to there. B, connect that to O, the centre of rotation. Rotate it around. And same idea again. B connects to O. Take that perpendicular, because remember all rotations are 90 degrees, and you'll find it cuts that point there. Just making sure we don't think it could connect to that one there. Then we have point C here. So point C connects there. Rotate C around. And same idea again. Take it out. C hits there. And we can see that C goes through the centre. Well, that's C, call it B. C goes through the centre there. Slide this across. B will have a line going out there. A has a line going out there. And then I take the distance from the centre to C there. That gives me that arc once again, which is this one here, rotate it around. And join them two together. And then I need three more points there. So I'm going to call this 1, 2, 3. I'm going to start with 1 first. 1 rotates around there. 1 obviously is going to be in the bottom if you rotate it around this way, but just to prove it for this point, connect that together. Join them up. So we've got T further away. Extend it out and you'll see that they line up just there. And then the exact same for 2. Rotate that 2 point around. Let's make a note there where it is. Connect 2 together there. And just extend this perpendicular line there. And there's my squiggle there on that line. So there's 2. What I can do is I can connect those 2 together. This passes through the centre to make me a perpendicular line. There's my perpendicular line there. And what I need to do now is just get my last point. Which is point 3. Just leave them there. 1, 2, and then point 3 is there. Rotate it around, mark it like that, and then connect 3 to my centre O. Line our perpendicular, extend it out. There's my squiggly line there, and when we extend them on, it's there. That connects back to P. And it's just slightly off there. Just let me check my points to make sure. That one should line up there. And this one should line up. Yeah, I took it at the wrong point there. Didn't hit the line fully. So this one should be just hitting there to go parallel. And they come across each other there. Just tighten that up. Just went a little off on it. And that gives me that section there. And the last thing to do is just draw in what's in heavy there. And that then completes the question. So for the rotation, just to show you again, what I did was I took, for example, that P3 had to rotate around 90 degrees to become P4. So that angle there is going to be 90. So that means when I take another one, just show it with orange. If I take point B, for example, B connects there, rotates 90 degrees, which should be this angle here. So that angle there is also 90 degrees. And then just to label my parts, actually show what I'm doing. So this section here, P to P1, that's my central symmetry. P1 to P2 was axial, that was translation, and that was rotation. So I did rotation there, translation here, axial there, and central here, and that was the 2017 question 5. So hopefully that video helps anybody who's stuck. It's a bit easier than the one we would have done yesterday.